Company I represent is EUSNetworks. We started about 8 years ago as a telephony integrator of VAR here in New York. We represented quite a few platforms, Avaya, Mitel, we were doing Nortel, Toshiba, Panasonic, Interactive Intelligence, you name it, we had our hands in it. We wanted to learn about telephony for a very important reason. Two of the people that started with the company early on, my partner and the head developer that grew up together, they were involved on the Asterisk project early on. They were also involved with the Camellia, which is a newer project, and they're working on FreeSwitch. These are all open source telephony projects. And the reason we were interested in them is we figured that the future of telephony is moving in that direction. It's moving in the direction where you were not going to be burdened by the licensing, and you're going to have the open APIs as it was discussed. But at the same token, you can't sell open source telephony to big companies unless they have the infrastructure to support it IT-wise. So we were learning as we went along. And what we've done at this point is we've been working on a project for 4 years, and that project is how to merge what people are used to in a phone system, if you will. They're used to key system functionality, which you lose with a lot of the IP telephony platforms. You don't get your busy lamp fields, typically. You don't get your one-touch transfer. You don't get the voicemail blinking button unless you write that into it or unless you go with some of the more expensive solutions. So what we decided was if we could offer key system functionality with some of the IP benefits that companies are looking for, not the 75 benefits that everyone's selling. Like someone said before, companies want simple. They don't want to, the IT guy hears 75 benefits and all of a sudden he says IP telephony, they're going to dump this on my lap. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want to have to administrate it or deal with it. It sounds great to management, but then you get a little bit of resistance. What we found out in the last 10 years of selling telephone systems are that most companies want a core group of features. That's it. And maybe they want to be able to develop on top of it, or they want an open architecture so that they can tie in their CRM. They can tie in billing systems. Call recording was important. So what we've done is we're in the process of, with Tony Ruggieri, we've got a product that is, what we're trying to sell is $30 a seat, like a hosted solution, but we've got two co-locations facilities where we're hosting, not hosting, but the soft switches are located in the co-location facilities, but the customers get an on-prem PBX. The on-prem PBX with the telephone lines terminate at the customer's location. The backup solution ends up becoming the soft switches in case the customer goes down. The phones automatically re-register through an internet connection. If they prefer to have satellite, DSL, whatever it is, they can re-register their primary internet connection if the telco were to go down. Whatever the local carrier that they're using goes down. We prefer SIP as a transport medium, but it's on an MPLS. So customer signs up. It's $30 a month. There's no cost for the following. We deliver the infrastructure with the power over Ethernet, voice quality QoS switches, carrier-grade switches. We deliver an on-premise PBX. We set up the entire phone system, and then we have an administrative GUI that allows the customer to have someone administrate MAC changes, whether it's a receptionist or it's an assistant. It's a very simple interface to do MAC. And then it's a managed solution, so they're not responsible for any part of it, and the only thing that they have extra that they get billed on would be international calling, or if they go above their per minute plan, based on when we take care of the looking at their telephone bill, if you will. So the solution gives them the best of two worlds, right? Everyone's jumping on hosted because there's no capital expenditure. They get to do a slip my mind. It's not a capital expenditure, it's operating expense. So they don't have to write the big check. They still get the benefit of a new IP-based telephone system. And when you do the math, and we've done the math, if you compare the numbers to switch to, let's say, one of the Mitel solutions or any of the solutions that offer the features that we're giving with a maintenance contract over, let's say, a 3-year time frame, and then you lease or finance that, the numbers for the bean counters end up coming out the same. The way we can do this is we develop the software platform off existing technologies. We've patented the software, the administrative GUI. We don't have to give access to the back end. It's available out there if people want to work with it and build it. What we've done is we've worked with Digium, the creator of Asterisk, for a long time to make sure that their product works right. And what we've discovered is that there's certain aspects of their product that they weren't willing to fix because it doesn't make them any money, like rewriting the SIP stack. So what we've done is we've used our inside development team. We've got developers inside, and we've used the last 6 years of our experience in writing custom asterisk telephony platforms for government agencies, Federated, JCPenney Federated. We've done work for Yahoo. We've done work for a lot of big companies, but we've always just been the guys they come to with a request for information, then a request for proposal, and then a custom development job. And we realized that that would be better applied to what we're trying to do now. So what we're attempting to do with Tony Ruggieri is we'd like to see if we can build a channel program where the agents will be able to sell the product. The installation is done by our people, and the revenue is split. So that's what we're working on now, and that's it in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I don't want to bore anybody. Some of the, you can get statistics for inbound. There's a couple platforms that we can time, but what a lot of the call centers would like to do is, let's say you have a company with 300 users, and they have 30 users they need for a call center. They don't want to spend the money to do all 300, and they don't want to necessarily manage 2 phone systems. So a lot of times what we can end up doing is, and that's more of a custom application, this system has your, let's say your statistics. You can get all your statistics, but it doesn't give you the call center functionality with the predictive dialers and all the other work. But we can allow the system to be sold on-prem. One of the bigger government jobs that we just did, they didn't want to do the $30 a month solution. They said, give us a price, drop it off, set it up at the colo, and tie it into our call center. We were able to do that for them, and the cost was, we beat Cisco out on that one. And they usually will give away. We've lost to Cisco every single time in any of the government work because they will do the work for maintenance. They'll just give it away. Come in at $2 million, we're $500,000. They come in and give it for $250,000, and they sign them into a 5-year maintenance contract. This is the first time they didn't want the job, and it wasn't any different than the last 5 years that we've been losing work to them. So with that same arrangement, if you have something that doesn't fit into the channel program, we do have a referral partner agreement where we do a one-time payout, and it's based on the gross. So it's definitely, my inside sales guys on the EUS side aren't very happy because we pay out more than they get. But, you know, that's just the way it works, right? Otherwise, who's going to want to sell your product for you? Anybody else? Okay. If you're at all interested, we'll be just taking names. We'll be sending information out. We're poised to do 12 to 18 months. We're going to be doing 17 cities. We've got 17 cities that we're going to be in. We're going to start setting up in. We have New York and we have Dallas. That's where we're testing out and we're seeing how it works. We picked those 2 markets because we feel that sales-wise they're opposite. New York is easy, it's our backyard. We understand how it works. Dallas, we have people in Dallas, and the sales is a little with what we're trying to do. So we figure that sometime in the next 12 to 14 months you'll see SIP IQ should be there. It's going to be a sink or swim for us, but you'll definitely see the name up there. Okay? Thank you.
So next on our agenda is Tom Crossan.